Hey there, art lovers and history buffs. Today we're diving back into the fascinating world of Tom of Finland, a true icon in gay art. However, today we're going to be focusing on Tom's iconic black LGBTQ models. If you're not familiar with Tom, buckle up, because you're in for a wild ride. Before we get started, though, please, can I ask a small favor? Hit that subscribe and like button, because this channel needs your support. Thank you. Okay, let's get to the main video. Tom of Finland, whose real name was Tukko Valio-Laaksonen, wasn't just any artist. He was a game changer, a rebel with a pencil, who helped shape modern gay culture as we know it. Born in Finland in 1920, Tom's art became a sensation in the 1960s and 70s, at a time when being openly gay was still taboo in many parts of the world. Now, picture this. It's the swinging 60s, and owning explicitly gay art could land you in hot water in many places across Europe and the US. But that didn't stop Tom. His bold, unapologetic depictions of masculine gay men were circulating underground, becoming a beacon of empowerment for the gay community. Tom's artwork wasn't just about creating pretty pictures. Oh no, it was revolutionary. He was instrumental in popularizing and defining the leather and BDSM aesthetic within gay culture. Those muscular men in tight leather pants and caps? Yep, you can thank Tom for that iconic look that's still celebrated in the leather community today. But here's where it gets really interesting. For most of his career, Tom's artwork primarily featured white men. Makes sense, right? As a white European, that's what he was most familiar with. But hold on to your hats, folks, because Tom's art took an exciting turn in the 1960s. When Tom moved to the United States, he encountered a diverse gay community that included black men. And let me tell you, it was love at first sight. Tom was captivated by the beauty and strength of black male bodies, and he couldn't wait to incorporate them into his art. Now, I've done some digging, and it turns out that Tom started including black characters in his work sometime in the late 1960s to early 1970s. It wasn't an overnight change, but a gradual inclusion that reflected his expanding worldview and experiences in the US. Tom's black characters were just as bold, just as sexy, and just as empowered as his white characters. He depicted them with the same reverence and erotic charge, challenging racist stereotypes and celebrating black male beauty in a way that was groundbreaking for the time. These black figures weren't background characters or token inclusions. They were front and center, often engaged in passionate encounters with white characters, breaking taboos and pushing boundaries in more ways than one. Now, I know you're probably itching to see some of these artworks. While I can't show you the more explicit pieces, sorry, folks, gotta keep it YouTube friendly. There are plenty of Tom's tamer works featuring his black characters that are absolute fire. You can check them out on the official Tom of Finland Foundation website or in various art books dedicated to his work. Tom's inclusion of black men in his art wasn't just about diversity for diversity's sake. It was a reflection of the real-world changes happening in the gay community. As the civil rights movement gained momentum and society became more integrated, Tom's art mirrored these shifts, creating a more inclusive vision of gay male sexuality. It's worth noting that Tom's depiction of black men, while groundbreaking, wasn't without its complexities. Like all of his characters, these men were hyper-masculine, super buff, and often portrayed in roles that played into certain stereotypes. But remember, we're talking about erotic art here. Subtlety wasn't exactly the name of the game. Despite any shortcomings, Tom's black characters were a significant step forward in representation. In a world where black gay men were often invisible or fetishized, Tom's art offered a vision of black male beauty and sexuality that was powerful, desirable, and equal to his white characters. So there you have it, folks. Tom of Finland, not just a pioneer of gay erotic art, but also a trailblazer in representing black gay men in a time when such depictions were rare. His legacy continues to influence artists, fashion designers, and the LGBTQ+ community at large. Next time you see a Tom of Finland-inspired look or artwork, remember, it's not just about the muscles and leather. It's about a radical vision of gay male sexuality that dared to be inclusive, empowering, and unapologetically erotic. Tom's art reminds us that representation matters in all its forms, and that sometimes a sketch can be as powerful as a manifesto. Thanks for joining me on this colorful journey through Tom of Finland's world. If you want to learn more, check out the Tom of Finland Foundation. You can also purchase my Tom of Finland inspired digital art and sketchings on my Redbubble store. The links are in the description, and all of the proceeds go towards supporting LGBTQ artists worldwide living with disabilities. Remember, art has the power to change the world, one provocative sketch at a time.